Brianna, what's up? You are the first person in the call today.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Incredible.
Good.
You are the first person in the call today.
Yeah.
So how can I help? What's up?
Okay. First and foremost, the biggest thing we have is that we have noticed that we are a lot of people's first tour. And we're just curious of how we can handle this and make them want to stay here as their first option.
Hmm.
Rather than because obviously people want to look at multiple spaces, but for some reason we're the first on a lot of people's lists to look at, and we just
Hmm.
don't really know what to make of that.
Okay. So the most important thing that you can understand is the mindset of a buyer, right? That's the first thing we're gonna want to talk about today. That because
Mhm.
it's not a one size fits all solution. It's not like, oh, there's one thing that you're gonna say inside of your tours that's gonna start getting people to make a decision sooner rather than later. You acknowledging that you are the first tour is a huge step in the right direction. Real quick, just one thing we can do, marketing and sales go hand in hand,
For sure.
right? So one thing we can do, since you're getting a lot of first time tours, have you guys filled out the unique value proposition worksheet?
I don't think so, actually.
So I'm going to get you guys to fill that out. And
Okay.
then I'm going to have you answer two questions. It's like, what objections do you want to overcome? And
Uh-huh.
what do you want to educate couples about before they get to the property?
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
And essentially, we want to send out very valuable emails leading up to the tour
Hmm.
that pre-educate them before they get there,
Okay.
right? So, like for example, it's an email subject and it's like, hey, we know touring venues it can be stressful, it can be overwhelming. To make things easier for you, here's 5 reasons why couples book here, right? And it's like we're gonna write out an email for you that's basically like if these 5 things are for you, like they classify you what you're also looking for,
Hmm.
then our venue's a no-brainer for you.
Okay.
This is where it's different, than other venues, etc. Like you're not going to find this elsewhere. So we're kind of like conditioning them before they show up to the venue to just be more educated, understand your unique value proposition,
Mhm.
and ultimately be ready to buy. So marketing and sales go hand in hand. I'll send you the info that we need for that. If you go
Okay.
in, or in a minute, I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
But just so we don't get off topic here,
Mhm.
couples that are your first tour,
Mhm.
anytime you're making a sale, do you think that you being the first venue that they're touring is the real objection?
Uh, yes.
What I want to ask is why? Like,
Mhm.
why do you think they need to go look at other options? Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. When's the last time you made a big purchase?
I just had to buy tires for my car. Is
All
that
right.
considered a big
That's
purchase?
that is a big purchase. How much was each tire? $200 to $400?
Yeah, it was
Go
about
bigger than that. When did you buy the car?
the car. 2 years ago.
You
I
bought
bought a
the car
house.
2 years ago.
Bought a
How
freaking
much
house.
is the car?
So 32,000.
What else did you buy? You buy a house?
Yep, bought a house.
You bought a house. Okay.
Hmm.
These are great examples. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you buy that house? Why did
Mhm.
you buy that house then? Why did you buy that house specifically?
Yeah.
Why did you buy that house and not two, 3, 4 months down the road?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Because it had something I liked.
Okay. Well, like really think about it.
Okay.
Why did you buy that house specifically? Why did you buy it when you bought it? Why did you buy it when you bought it?
Timeline. I needed a place to live.
You needed a place to live,
Yeah.
right? There was a built-in sense of urgency in
Mhm.
you needing to buy a home
Mhm.
rather than you just waiting for another house to come up on the market,
Definitely.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, why did you buy that house rather than go and tour a million others? Was there anything else that you really saw that made you want to purchase that house?
Price, visuals. I mean,
The
things.
most important things to you just all lined up.
Yeah,
And
for
the
sure.
fear of you missing out on that house
Mm.
was greater than the
That's so
fear of
true.
you missing
Yeah,
out on something that was better for you.
very true. Okay.
Right. And so
So,
ultimately, that's what you are doing whenever that's the thought process of a buyer. You
yeah.
are trying to get them to fear missing out on your
Mhm.
option more than they fear missing out on another option that they don't even know is a good fit for them yet. Right.
Yeah.
So whenever couples are telling you that they have a few more venues to look at, there's a reason for that. And it's mainly because they do not 100% love your venue to the, they're not, they could love your venue all the way, so much. If they do not fear missing out on their date, if they
Mhm.
do not fear the rates eventually becoming higher, right? Then there's going to be no built in urgency for them to book, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If
That's,
they do not absolutely love your venue, they're not
mhm.
going to book with you regardless of how much fear you instill in them.
Yeah.
So there's two lines of questioning here.
Mhm.
There's so anytime somebody gives you an objection, it's going to be logistical or it's going to be fear based. Okay. And you have to go from logistical to fear. You can't do it the other way around. And what I mean by this is if a couple says, hey, we have a few more venues to look at. This is our first venue that we're touring. We'll talk about pre-handling the objection, but let's just so you can understand the mindset, this is important to know.
Okay.
What you want to ask them is you want to find out if there's anything about the venue that they have concerns about. If there's anything about the pricing they have concerns about, right? If there's anything about your packages they have concerns about, your location they have concerns about. Because if they have concerns about the location, if they have concerns about the pricing, if they have concerns about anything, it doesn't matter how much you tell them, oh, your date might get booked. Oh, the rate might increase. They're not going to book with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you have to tie the, we use this as called tie downs. We want to tie down any logistical objections or so before we jump into fear,
Mhm.
we already know our venue's a perfect fit for them because they're not going to buy from us regardless if they don't. So, hey, we have a few more venues to look at. Same thing. Hey, not sure this is within our budget. Same thing. Hey, I need to talk to my parents. It's like that objection aside, do you feel like our venue would be a good fit for you?
Okay.
So like, hey, the other venues you might want to go see aside, like based on the conversation that we had, based on what you've seen here today, the other venues aside, do you feel like our venue could be a good fit for you?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. What makes you say that? Just curious, why do you feel it would be though? And by the way, do that very quickly. Yeah, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
What makes you feel that way? Like go very quick. Quick. What makes you feel that way? Oh, well, because you guys offer this, you guys offer this, you guys offer this,
Mhm.
and this and this. We love the location. We this and this. Incredible. So they're selling themselves
On, yeah, your space.
on
Okay.
your space. They're building value and they're saying it to you, not the other way around. You saying, oh, well, you guys said that we had this. You guys said we had this. Why would you want to go look at other venues? They're
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, hey, the other venues aside, is there any reason you can think of why our venue would not be a good fit for you?
Okay. Yeah. I
Asking this
I don't,
question, you are
that's great.
insinuating like you just said our venue has this, our venue has this and this and this and this, and it's absolutely perfect for you.
Mhm.
There's no reason you can think of why our venue would not be a good fit for you. So now they have said your venue's perfect. We love your venue. Besides going and looking at the other venues, this is the only problem. Like, that's the only reason why we're not booking. But then we ask, okay, so is there any reason you can think of why our venue wouldn't be a good fit for you? They're like, no. And it automatically syncs. This venue's perfect for me. If I did my pitch correctly, whenever I'm pitching pricing, I explain that it's first come, first serve. I explain that the date can get booked at any time. I explain that our rates have been increasing over the last several months and that this is not a guaranteed quote and that rates can change at any time. They're going to understand this venue's perfect. The rates could increase. The date could get taken. There's
Yeah.
no reason why I wouldn't book here. And they're going
Yeah.
to say, no, I can't think of any reason why our venue this venue wouldn't be a good fit for us. And you'd say, well, have you considered, and I've really enjoyed our conversation so far.
Mhm.
And have you considered the potential ramifications of continuing to go out and tour all these venues, maybe, just because, only to come back to the venue that you loved in the first place? And even,
Mhm.
in the date, or the rate being higher, even worse, the date already being booked. I mean, what would you guys do then?
Mhm.
I guess we'd book elsewhere. I mean, booking a venue that's not your first pick, is that something that you're willing to settle for if you didn't have to?
Mhm.
And it's not that gets very advanced. You have to have had a very good conversation with them to
Mhm.
even get to that point, right? Where you
Yeah,
could even question their line of reasoning,
of
right?
course.
But so you'd have to read the room, right? However, what I want you to get down the first time is just isolating the objection, making sure that there are no there's no logistical objections, and then schedule a follow up call,
Mhm. Mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's my 2 cents on it.
that makes a lot of sense. A
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
it's not something that's in my normal routine yet. So adding
exactly.
that is going to be
So
great.
never take what people are saying to you at face value either, right? Like, for example, sometimes objection handling can be challenging for people because they believe themselves the objection. Like how
Mhm.
you said at the very beginning of the call, like
Yeah,
I think it is a real objection that they need to go and look at other options,
of
right?
course.
But in all reality, it's the value hasn't been built yet. The
Mhm.
urgency hasn't been built yet. They have not been put in the position where they understand that there's consequences of action and there's consequences of inaction,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
So
great way to put it.
I just always want to find out what's behind it, because a lot of times they say they want to tour other venues and there's a reason why.
For
You
sure.
know, it can be pricing. It can be another venue down the street offered a quote that was cheaper,
Yeah.
right? And you
Mhm.
would never hear that if you didn't ask those questions.
Exactly. Yeah, never know.
So, and you want to hear that in front of your face,
Mhm.
not, you know,
Yeah,
two
down the
months
road.
later.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I do that. Makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
I love that. All right. That's
Anything else?
let's see. Let me look through my notes. Um,
And Michael, any questions you have here? Michael, feel free to jump in if you have any questions. Sorry, we had somebody else join the call too.